We have one figure for the total deaths there, 127,000. We have another figure for the total deaths there within 28 days of a positive test, 152,872. And then where COVID-19 is mentioned on the death certificate as a contributory factor to death, 174,000. So we've already got three different figures, but now we've got a fourth, and this fourth figure is just a little over 17,000 deaths. And I'm doing this as a single video because I'm still processing this information. It's really quite profound. Now, this is from a Freedom of Information request. Deaths from COVID-19 with no other underlying cause. In other words, people that were otherwise healthy, that don't have heart disease. There's been no mention of this whatsoever on mainstream media, at least on the BBC, sort of ITV, Channel 4 in the UK, and I haven't seen anything on the US channels that I follow. So surprising that they haven't picked this up, because it's a huge story for media to cover. Without being melodramatic about it, it's really quite surprisingly low. So here we have deaths for 2020. So the total deaths where COVID-19 was the only cause of death on the death certificate. Therefore, we can assume that the people didn't have comorbidities. So that's for 2020. The total deaths was 9,400. For the whole figures of combined, the average age was about 81.5 years or thereabouts. Now, first quarter, January, February, March 2021, total deaths from COVID-19, 6,483 for all of England and Wales. 0 to 64 years of age, 1560. Over 65, 4,923 total deaths. And again, the average age here was around about that 81.5 year mark. 0 to 64, 153. Over 65 is 193. So pretty low. The third quarter, taking us up to September, total deaths 1,142. 0 to 64, 521, 65 and over 630. So where COVID-19 is the only attributable cause of death, we see that the rate of death is actually remarkably low.